Hello, good morning, and welcome to this webinar about Cascade Funding and everything you need to know. Before starting with this, I would like to give you a couple of comments. The first one is that the presentation and the recording of this webinar will be shared after, so don't worry about it. You will receive all the information. And the second comment is that if you have any question during the session, you have the opportunity to use the question section in the available in the platform. So you can write your questions there. And after the presentation, we will answer these questions. If for any reason we don't have time enough to solve all these questions, we will share the questions and answers also by email. Okay. So, well, now I will start with the presentation. My name is Sara Mateo. I work at Zabala Innovation Consulting as an R&D and innovation consultant, and also I'm the leader of the entrepreneurship knowledge area within the company. So today I will explain you the scheme of Cascade Funding, the general scheme. Also, I will explain the common features that you can find in these kind of calls. Also, I will show you some opportunities of interest, a couple of them, and I will finish the presentation showing you some useful sources of information to monitor this kind of calls. And also, after this, I will give the floor to my colleague Aranzazu Albistur that will show you a useful tool to do this monitoring. So let me start with an introduction. This introduction is to explain who we are and who I am, and I will start explaining who we are in Zabala. We are an innovation consultancy where we support the innovation strategy and financing of R&D and I of our clients. And we have been working in this field since 1986. We are now more than 480 people in the team. We are distributed around Europe in 5 countries and 13 offices. We have presence in Spain, where we have our headquarters, but also in France, Belgium, Portugal, and UK. And we give support at European level for all the European countries. And also, I would like to explain you why we are presenting today this Cascade Funding webinar. And this is because at Zabala we have experience on this field. Now we have accumulated the expertise with 17 Cascade Funding projects, 7 of them coordinated by us, distributing more than 40 million euros to support more than 1,000 beneficiaries. So with this, we feel we have something to say about it. And also, I would like to explain my expertise in this field. I'm an engineer working in Zabala since 2013, and in this time I've been involved in Cascade Funding projects. In fact, since 2018, I've been involved in this kind of initiatives. 3 of them with a very high involvement. This is the example of the European Data Incubator, EDI, or NGA-DAPSI, the Data Portability and Services Incubator, or now involved in X 2.0, driving deep tech growth to support startups. These are the 3 examples, but involved in all the projects within the company. And this is why I will be today here explaining you a bit of what I know about Cascade Funding. So you can find this concept of Cascade Funding Also, in the official documents of the European Commission, you will find the term financial support to third parties, or the acronym FSTP. Everything is the same concept. And this image that you see in the screen is very representative. Why? Because the general scheme for this financing model is the following. There are some funds coming from the European Commission that they distribute through some projects awarded in the framework of their main programs, Horizon 2020, Horizon Europe, and more and more they are using also this scheme through other programs like Digital Europe or Interreg. And with the award of these projects, they select intermediary entities collaborating in a consortium that receive the money from the European Commission. And this intermediary consortium, where here at Zabala sometimes we participate, we distribute this money. We distribute this in a fair and competitive way through open calls, where we select small companies generally, but not always, and we give them small grants to carry out small experiments. So in summary, the scheme is EU funds goes to an intermediary group of organizations that distribute the big amount in small amounts to a big number of companies. And I selected this project that we had in Zabala. This is already closed, but I think that it can be useful for you to display how it works with a specific example. So DAPSI was a project that we funded in Zabala in a topic within Horizon 2020 program. We funded this project in 2019, but not alone, with a consortium of partners, F6S, Cap Digital, IMT Starter, Fraunhofer, and Engineering. As you see, this is a very complementary consortium with more scientific partners, more business-oriented partners. So with this consortium, we funded this project for data portability and services incubator. We received with this project 7 million euros from the European Commission, and from these 7 million euros, we distributed 5.6 million in grants of up to 150K to support several SMEs. We launched 3 open calls during the 3 years project, and we selected in every call a group of companies with a total of supported projects of 46. So this is how it is implemented in the reality. And which are the common features or characteristics that you can find when you apply to this kind of small calls? And I will generalize, but this is not always true. But in most of the cases, we can accept this as true. Okay. So generally, sorry, I hear a bit of noise in the background, so I don't know if someone can mute this noise. These common characteristics are first, usually the open calls are looking for entities to carry out R&D projects, small projects around a specific technology or a specific area of application. So for example, we can find an open call to fund big data technologies that optimize processes in different industries or verticals. It can be something that we can find. In general, this small projects funded has a duration of around 5 to 9 months. So this is a quite short period to carry out this. And the kind of amounts of grants that they received can be in the range between 5K and 250K in the best case. So you see that this is a grant and that it's relatively low compared to other big European projects. And this amount is usually distributed in several payments with a pre-financing, and depending on the amount, perhaps an intermediate payment and a final payment. And also, another thing to be commented is that in addition to these funds, to these grants distributed that are really useful for small companies, there is another kind of benefits offered to these applicants. Usually this intermediary consortium also offers to the companies trainings, mentoring, coaching by experts, also an opportunity to receive visibility and a good connection to the ecosystem. So we can see this like an opportunity to improve and growth for the companies. Which are the benefits also of this Cascade Funding scheme? Well, for the Commission, it's a way to support small companies that in other case have a very difficult access to European projects, and to really help these small companies to access these funds. They set a process that it's more or less simple. For example, the application process for the beneficiaries can be a short form of information or a proposal, but not very long. I could say that 10 pages maximum on average can be something usual for this kind of calls. Also, the reporting of costs is simpler. In fact, the administrative and financial information is minimized, and the projects are evaluated based on objectives, in the achievement of objectives. So this is quite closer to the lump sum approach. Also, the success rate in this kind of calls is usually higher than in very big programs like Horizon 2020 that we remember that had a success rate on average around the 12%. So in this kind of calls, it depends. It's not the same in all of them, but in general, the success rate is usually higher. And definitely it's a good chance, a good opportunity to access the European ecosystem and create a network of collaborators that is strategic for the internationalization of the company. With this said, I would like also to launch a message, and this message is that all these things that I listed now are quite applicable to most of the calls, but it's important that when you apply to an open call under the financial support to third parties scheme, you have to check the conditions of this specific call. You have documentation available for you, guidelines for applicants, and call descriptions that you must use to understand all the rules and all the implications if you apply to this call. Okay. And after this theoretical part, I will present you now some opportunities, two specific opportunities that we have, that we are managing here in Zabala. With two of our projects. The first one will be more oriented to support SMEs in their own business pathway. And the second one will be more to develop technology that contributes to the positioning of Europe in a scientific field. Okay, so very different approaches. The first one, X 2.0. It's a project to support 50 deep tech EU startups to upskill and upscale and become the future leaders in Europe. For this, we provide a growth program. And for the selection of the startups, we have launched and we are launching 5 thematic calls. So as you see here in the presentation, the first calls are already closed. In fact, we closed the 4th call yesterday, but the last call for data and AI will be opening in January and closing on the 4th of March. And it's an opportunity for those companies, small companies that work in technology like AI and big data. Here you can see some examples of technology areas like generative models, quantum computing in AI, explainable AI, etc., that can give you an idea of which kind of companies we are expecting. And what we offer to these companies, we will select 10, and we will offer them a voucher of 30k euros that they will use for subcontracting experts, mentors that provide relevant services to them. You can see in the presentation the kind of services that they have to subcontract related to financing, to scientific aspects, promotion and communication, legal aspects, internationalization, etc. So this is the kind of services that they will subcontract with the 30k euros. This is for individual SMEs applying to the call. And in addition to this money, to the 30k euros, also we offer other kind of activities like matching opportunities with corporates, or also we organize some trainings about fundraising to the companies. So we offer a package of support. If you want to know more about this open goal, because you see a clear fit with you and your company, you have more information in the project website. And the second opportunity is within AI Boost project. This tries to support the European artificial intelligence area in Europe. And for this, a large AI grant challenge call is open now until the 16th of January. So here the purpose of this call is to select startups and SMEs that can develop large-scale AI models that can bring Europe to the top. And for this, you see here some examples of the proposals that will be funded, those that goes beyond the state of the art in aspects related to AI, and also using high performance computing. So if you are an individual SME working in this field, you have the opportunity to receive 250k euros for the development of this AI challenge. A total of 1 million euros is allocated for this monetary prize. And in addition to this money, you have other benefits. You have the possibility to connect with the ecosystem, with the European Commission and the different joint undertakings like AI and robotics and Euro HPC. So this is an opportunity for you to position your company in Europe, and also you will have access to facilities and infrastructure, the top ones in Europe, to carry out your project. If again, if you see this interesting, here you have all the information in the project website. And I don't want to spend more time with more opportunities, because I consider more important to explain you how to find all of this. I can estimate that right now there will be more than 50 open calls with financial support to third parties. So where you can find all these opportunities that are open right now. So the first source of information that you have available is the funding and tenders portal of the European Commission. This is the official portal where all the grants and tenders are published. So you can access there and filter and select the Cascade Funding calls, as I'm showing in the screen. So you can specifically see these kind of opportunities. Also, in Zabala, we have a dedicated section in our website where we explain the Cascade Funding, where we also published those calls that are more relevant and open at this moment. And also, you have a section that you can see on the top, on the bottom part of the image, called All Calls for Proposals, where you can download our calendar with the Cascade Funding opportunities overview. And linked to this that I'm saying, I think that it's the turn for my colleague Arantzazu Albistur, because she will explain you more about it, about this calendar and a useful tool for you to monitor the calls.
Okay, thank you, Sarah. I'm gonna share my screen, I presume. Okay. Okay, can you see it?
Yes, I see it.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. Okay, good morning, everyone. Thank you, Sarah, for giving me the floor, and thank you for all this focused and valuable information about Cascade Funding. As you already know, my name is Arantzazu Albistur. I am PhD in Industrial Engineering and consultant at Zabala Innovation since 2009 and manager of Kaila platform since 2020. And today I am pleased to introduce you another further tool that will help you to stay updated on all the Cascade Funding opportunities arising within the framework of the European Commission. Okay, this tool is Kaila, that you are seeing on the screen right now. This is the smart platform developed by Zabala Innovation that integrates open data from the European Commission regarding funding opportunities, innovation projects, innovators or organizations expert in specific areas, and project results. This tool enables us to leverage innovation data. What for? To analyze innovation trends, to identify the strategic technologies in Europe, to detect organizations specialized in specific sectors or technological areas, to analyze the innovation strategy of those influential organizations for us, and to stay updated about emerging opportunities. And this is precisely what I would like to focus. Okay, how to detect all the Cascade Funding opportunities that are opening up for us. Okay, so I will spend just few minutes, to give you a few tips. Okay, focused on this purpose. So I recommend you to go to kaila.eu. And here we have two options. First option would be to search for those opportunities by area, technological area, or by keyword, or as Sarah mentioned, to download the calendar with all the Cascade opportunities that are open right now. So first option, for example, let's type artificial intelligence, And we go directly to the Kaila tool. Here we have so much information, options, graphics, etc. But I like to focus on finding those opportunities for us. So let's go to Funding Opportunities section, and we are interested in Cascade Funding. Okay, so let's click on this Cascade Funding check. As we are interested in those that are open and forthcoming, let's just click on this checkbox. And here we have, with very few clicks, 2 opportunities focused in the area, in the keyword we are interested in, which is artificial intelligence. Could be biosynthesis, big data, etc., whatever you need to look for. At this point, and now we have just 2 funding opportunities. We could have 10, 12, 20, etc. At any case, in any list, we can download the Excel with all these opportunities, also the calendar for these 2 opportunities. But I think it's really interesting to download the report, which is a Word file with these opportunities. This file contains key information regarding these 2 opportunities, the title of the opportunity, deadlines, description, etc., which is quite extensive indeed. It's editable, and you can edit as you want and share with anyone you consider. So this is quite interesting for you, I think. What else can we do from here? We can follow the link to explore more in detail about these opportunities. Here we have some details regarding the opportunity, but here in the center you can explore all the content regarding this opportunity with all the links that in Cascade Funding are really interesting, with the web of the call, the online form you should complete to submit your proposal, guidelines, etc. Okay, this is all related to the Cascade Funding opportunity. If we go down, we can find the parent project of this opportunity, because this specific funding opportunity, okay, is closing next week, which is, so you don't have too much time to submit your proposal, at least a success proposal. But if you follow the link of the parent project, you will see that this project will be closing at the end of 2025. So it is for sure, this project will be opening more calls, more opportunities for you to submit your project, your proposal, etc. So this is quite interesting for you to follow the links to explore more related information. What else? At this point, you can also explore, okay, the organizations participating or involved in this project that are opening these calls. Okay, to have here the coordinator, the participants. I also recommend you to explore this part here, because maybe you have contacts in any of the projects, in order that you can search for further information to prepare more better the proposal, etc. And just one more tip for you. You have another option, the second option, which is to download the full Cascade calendar. So go to calls calendar, and from here you can download the calendar. And at first place, let's wait for the file to open. At first place, you will find all the Cascade Funding opportunities that are opened right now, that, as mentioned Sarah, and there are quite a lot of opportunities for you. Okay, so this is another option for you. If those opportunities you have looked for by clicking your keyword are not suit for you, you can look for further opportunities from here. From here, you can follow the link, okay, and explore the related information within the platform. And as you have seen, being updated about Cascade funding opportunities is very easy, agile. You have different alternatives not to miss anything. And in the case of Kaila, we will provide you with a 1-month access to the platform for you to make your specific use cases, okay, after the webinar. So I think we have a few minutes for some questions. Remember that you can send any questions you might have, and we will answer them by email also. So any question here? Let's check.
Perhaps I can start with a couple of questions. Yes. Well, I think that the first question is about the budget. I saw in the example of DAPSI project, because the question is, does it come up to 6.9 plus 5 million euros in total? Well, if the question is about DAPSI, in this specific example, yeah, the total budget we received as a consortium was 6.9 million euros. 5.6 were to be distributed, so it means that for the consortium we had only like 1 point something million to do the work as a consortium. There's a second question. Do you foresee any projects in the combined areas of arts, sciences, and education? Could be. In the past, a few projects have been supporting arts-related developments, but mainly I talk always in general terms, but in general terms, all these arts and sciences and education can be addressed, but probably from a technology point of view. And I explained it. Most of the projects supported are for technology-based experiments that can contribute to the arts, to the science, to the education, but usually with a technology component. It's less usual to find cascade funding opportunities supporting science related, arts related projects that has no technology component, but can exist. So the tip here is to monitor the calls from time to time to see if there is something that fits your business. Okay, you can. Okay, I think that someone was asking also about the link to the platform of Kaila, that it's already answered in the section, in the question section. And there is a last question: is there any funding programs for tokenization platforms? This is something very specific. So I would say that perhaps no for something very specific, but perhaps you are developing a technology that can be also applied or extrapolated to other sectors. So perhaps you can find a call where this development that you have can be applied. Okay, a new question. Are the projects for individual SMEs? Don't they have to participate with other partners? It depends. Many of them are for individual SMEs, and in other open calls, there is a criteria that it's that you have to collaborate and apply as a consortium. Not very large consortium, typically 2 or 3 entities, but it depends on the call. So you have to check in every case the requirements. Okay, this question perhaps is for you, Arantxa. Do we have access on the platform on national fundings?
Thank you, Sarah. I cannot see the questions. Yeah. We have not access for national funding opportunities, but we are working on integrating national funding databases starting from Spain. So next year, in the first half of the year, we will be opening these new pack of functionalities in the platform regarding the Spanish national databases. But right now, we only covered European funding opportunities. And regarding this Cascade funding, I would like to outstand that the database is weekly updated, so it's really easy to be updated about news in the platform.
Okay, I don't see more questions for the moment. I will give 1 more minute for you to write. Okay, a new one is sent. The Cascade funding involves mandatory investors and mentorship, or it depends on the program and it's possible to get the funding for an SME without any other investors to involve. The conditions of every open call in Cascade funding can be different. And you have to check the requirements in each case. I could say that there are different kind of Cascade fundings as the opportunities that I presented. I presented X 2.0, that it's more focused on supporting the growth of a company, support the company in the scale up, in gaining some skills that perhaps they are missing, supporting them with the rising funds. This is one type of Cascade funding opportunity. And the other one that I've presented, AI Boost, is not to support as the main thing the growth of a company. It's more to support the development of AI in Europe, to contribute to position Europe in the forefront of AI. So in this case, this is more focused on the company developing technical outputs, and not really focused on the growth of the company. That perhaps will be something that happened, but these are like two different kind of Cascade funding opportunities. Is the location of the SME a criteria for the evaluation? Yeah, in most of the cases, this is an eligibility criteria. Yes, and you have to check in the guidelines for applicants the eligible countries. Okay, so I think that we have gone through all the questions. So if Aranzazu also agrees, I think we can finish the webinar.
Yes, please, if you have further questions, just contact us and we will answer by email. Okay.
Yes, thank you very much for attending today.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Thank you. Bye.